It is Nerdfighter Esther's 16th birthday today, aka Esther Day. So like when I met Esther in Boston, I promised her that on her birthday in perpetuity, we would make videos about whatever she wanted us to make videos about. And yesterday she got back to me with what she wants Esther Day to be all about. And she said she wants it to be about family and love.
And she could have been like, I want you to shave your head. I want you to wax your chin. I want you to eat a hamburger made out of compact discs. But no, Esther was like, I want you guys every year on my birthday to talk about family and love.
Maybe Esther Day is the day where we think, who do I love? Who I have trouble saying I love you to. Not some romantic interest. That's just using Esther Day as an excuse to tell someone you love them that you already want to tell them. No. I mean family. Or platonic friends, which for me is even harder than family.
Words have power, and we have to use the magic of our words on each other so that we can feel it and experience it, and the people that we love know viscerally and without a doubt how we feel.
Hank? I love you.
I love you. Happy Esther Day, John. I love you.
I love you, Hank.
And I love you.
So, okay, in accordance with Esther's wishes, Hank, I reluctantly acknowledge that I love you immensely.
I love you, John. And I want so much and try so hard to be the same thing for you because I love you. Not for any other reason, just that one.
And I love you. And I will not say that again for a year.
Like, John, I love you. I appreciate you. To me, you will always be a big deal no matter what. And I want to work hard to have you always be a part of my life. Is that what love is?
I love my family. My family has supported me through my cancer and my crap and almost dying and everything. And when I was like younger, before I had cancer, and I was all like little kid angsty. And I love them, and I love my sisters. I love my brother. I love my dad. I love my mom, and I love my pets. They are included in the family category. I love my friends. My friends are amazing. The ones I've met online, the ones that I still have IRL. And I just love is so lovely. And thank you for saying that you love Hank. I know you love Hank. You don't have to say you love Hank for me to know it. But, I mean, yeah. Saying you love someone is a good thing. And I love you, John. Okay, I just wanted to respond. This is a really crappy video, I am sorry.
Esther Earl, the nerdfighter who inspired a lot of Nerdfighters' recent World Suck Decreasing projects, died earlier this week. She was 16. Esther was a great friend to many people in Nerdfighteria and a great friend to me personally. Hank, Esther was an amazing kid. She was astonishingly empathetic. She was really thoughtful. She was very funny. But she wasn't an angel or a model of perfection or anything. She was a person. She was a teenager. She answered Formspring questions like, do you have names for your butt cheeks? With, not as of yet, but that is a good idea. But she also wrote tweets like, words aren't overwhelming me. They're just going into my brain and I contemplate them and then I decide I don't need them, so I throw them away. And Hank, it was because of Esther that on Esther Day I told you that I love you. Which I do, although I don't want to talk about it. And even though Esther has died, we will continue to do projects with her. Because it will be when we work to decrease world suck and when we show our love for others that Esther will be with us most. Esther means star, and her friends had a bracelet printed up that reads, "This star won't go out." And it won't. We won't let it.
As Esther's parents, we're here today celebrating the 10th anniversary of Esther Day, an idea that was so simple and yet so profoundly complex. It's an honor to be a part of such a legacy.
It's really hard to believe that this is the 10th Esther Day. I find myself full of love and full of longing and also full of gratitude for the legacy that Esther gave us.
Hi, my name is Lauren Fairweather. I am a digital content creator and overall creative, and I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I've always gravitated towards fandoms, and that is where I met Esther. The first thing that I think of when I think of Esther Day is Esther herself. I actually got to spend the first ever Esther Day with her, She invited me over to her house for a birthday celebration on her 16th birthday, and she actually told me about the video that John and Hank made herself. I think about that day all the time, and whenever Esther Day comes back around, I try to think of some kind of new and exciting way to celebrate it. Most years I make phone calls and send out text messages to friends and family and people that I work with just to tell them how much they mean to me, how much I appreciate them. Some of those are definitely more difficult than others, but Esther reminded all of us what's important and that we should tell the people we love that we love them. And I try to think of her anytime I have a little bit of trouble putting my thoughts into words.
It wasn't until Esther came up with the idea for Esther Day that I started to think about how many kinds of love there are in the world and how important and sustaining they are. We tend to pay a lot of attention to romantic love, which means that sometimes we pay less attention to love between friends and family. Understanding that has really changed my life. It's changed the way I write stories, but it's also made me much more attentive to the loves in my own life.
I think if everyone celebrated Esther Day, there would be a lot more gratitude in people's lives, which is scientifically proven to help us be happier and more effective people. So that's good. And I think there would be more awareness of how much the people we love matter to us, and maybe a little bit more awareness of how much we matter to them.
Amazing to me that Esther at 16 was wise enough to pick such an important concept and such an important issue to talk about for her holiday. Celebrated on her birthday, that it's not so much romantic love as it is that enduring love of friends and family that matters the most.
The first year that I told my mom about Esther Day, in the process of sending her a message telling her that I loved her, she absolutely loved the concept, and now she sends out Esther Day messages and phone calls. And I just love that it's the kind of thing that spreads. It's the kind of joy that you can give someone that encourages them to continue passing it on.
What makes life special is the people you love and the people who love you, and knowing that and feeling that and helping them feel it from you. Because I think all too often we forget about that fabric that holds it all together. Just that we appreciate each other for who we are.
To me, Esther Day is a chance to remind ourselves and other people that every person is worthy of love and worthy of being loved.
Esther Day reminds me that though life is short, love can be long, and though there are lots of disappointments and things to worry about, it's more important to be grateful, more important to be thankful. That's one of the things that she taught us.
Esther Day is obviously about saying, yes, I love you to someone. But I think more importantly than that, it's saying yes to being loved. And that was the missing ingredient for me. And I think that's so often what we're missing in our lives, because it's so easy to love someone. But man, is it hard to be loved by another, choosing to be loved back. I think that's what Esther Day means to me now. And so on this Esther Day, be sure to tell people you love them, but also don't forget to be loved by others.
It's Esther Day, the day that in memory of our great friend Esther, we say, I love you, not to the people we're romantically involved with, which is easy enough, but to the people it's sometimes harder to say I love you to, friends and family. So, I love you, Hank.
I love you too.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Esther Day began on August 3, 2010, as a simple wish by a 16-year-old with terminal cancer. A wish that each one of us would take a day to stop and take the time to say I love you to the network of people in our lives that we are closest to. Esther Grace Earl knew her days had a full stop ahead, yet she was convinced of the importance of making sure that those we love the most know how much we care. So here's the challenge that Esther left us. Tell the people in your life that you love them. Use your words.
It feels like you're still here, and Esther, your love will get us through.
Hey, love you.
So as I walk on, I look to the stars and think of you. It feels like are still here, and Esther, your love